Hi, I'm Cindy. Welcome to my channel, Cozy Mountain Pottery. Today we are doing a kiln reveal, and we're really excited about this one because this is basically the first full kiln since we did the thermocouple offset. The last kiln reveal, if you saw that, I just had 5 pots in there. So this one's full, and I'm really hoping that I'm nervous. I'm terrified, okay? But hang in there. We're gonna see what happens. I started this firing 48 hours ago, like literally right about 48 hours ago right now. It was finally cooled down enough to open it last night at about 8:30, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, and it was like 25 degrees out here, so we weren't doing that because the kiln lives on our back patio. So it's currently 83 degrees according to the screen. So
in the kiln, not outside.
yeah, in the kiln. Outside it's cold weather. I don't even know what it is. It's chilly. So anyways, here we go. So nervous.
Da, da, da.
Oh, I'm so nervous. I've not peeked, you guys. I have not opened this. I'm so scared. Okay, I don't see things broken and stuck to the shelves, so that gives me hope. Did you show them?
Nope. How about
right.
your cones?
Let's look at the cone. Okay, so the only cones I have 5 and a 6. And I know this is a 3 holder, but that's not. So that's a 5. That looks like it got to be pretty hot 5. 6 started to move a little bit, looks like. Everything looks okay. I don't know if it looks like I, wanted it to look, but we'll see. This is just a bunch of glaze combinations that probably nobody else has ever put together. And I was tired and sick and tired of glazing, and I'm like, I'm just putting this on this and this on that, and here we go. So I'm gonna pull this one out first because I know what this is. This is just a little tiny plate. It's not horrible. It's okay. This is 2 coats of sand and sea, Mako's sand and sea, and then 2 coats of kimchi. I think that's Spectrum. But it's okay. It's very pastel. I mean, the thing that I'm so excited about is that there's no pinholes and it didn't run off. Of course, I had waxed it up to here. But anyway, okay.
Cool.
So there's that. Then this little bowl, lavender mist, 1 coat inside and outside, and then ginger, which I think is also Spectrum. Ginger, 2 coats inside and outside. That's pretty.
Yes.
Again, another
job.
pastel. So I'm not really a pastel person, but that's kind of fun. Okay, I played around with some rose quartz because I didn't love rose quartz the last time I used it. I apologize. Fairy rose. But this is alabaster, 3 coats of alabaster on the outside with flux blossom on the rim. Okay. So, and I think I took the alabaster right down to here. I think I had waxed up to about there. Then the inside is Norse blue, 1 coat. I poured it in. I poured the Norse blue in and then poured it out. And then fairy rose. And I think that's, I want to say that's coyote. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. Fairy rose halfway down on the outside, on the rim, and then, yeah, about the top third in there. So it's not my favorite. It's kind of matte, but, it was...
But it turned out okay, at least.
Everything for me at this point is a test. Okay. So, but I took much better notes this time. I think maybe I finally have a system where my notes are more understandable to me. And I love that nothing's sticking. Okay. Oh, what's this? What is this happiness?
Pretty.
Okay. Wow, look at that.
Oh, I know.
That's kind of cool. I'm still trying to get into a good system of stamping numbers, but I forgot to stamp this one, so I called it a cat bowl that says handmade by Mimi on the bottom. Okay, this is 2 coats of ginger on the outside and on the inside. 2 coats of ginger, and I tried really hard to only use mostly stable glazes, and if I did use a glaze that's not really stable, I didn't use very much of it. I mean, I just put it like up at the top. So 2 coats of ginger inside and outside, and then root beer 1 coat of root beer on the inside. Is that 1 coat? 1 coat of root beer on the inside, and then root beer on the rim. So that's ginger and root beer, and I don't hate that. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Again, that's a cat bowl. I feed feral cats. Okay, you should know this about me. Okay, I don't own
whole
cats.
other channel.
That's a whole other channel. I do take care of feral cats. Okay, what's this one? Oh, look at that.
That's gorgeous.
What in the world is this? The first thing I thought of was it looked like a float, but I don't even own any floats. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's figure out which one this is because again, I didn't stamp it. It says Cozy Mountain Pottery on the bottom of it. So this is really Norse blue and root beer. 2 coats of Norse blue, inside and outside, and 2 coats of root beer. Huh, not at all what I had planned on. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the temperature of the kiln. No pinholes, no blisters, no bubbles. Everything is perfect, but that's not at all what I've seen Norse blue and root beer do. So I don't even know. I don't even know. But it still feels successful. I like that it feels successful. Okay. So, next shelf. And I have cones on each one, so that was, we got a 6 down here. We absolutely got a 6.
Yeah, we did.
So my kiln is still running really hot. I did the same program that I did in the last one. I went up to the top temp of 2160, which is not even cone 6, right? Pretty sure. But I went up to top temp of 2160, held it for 8 minutes. Maybe I shouldn't hold it. Maybe I shouldn't do an 8-minute hold. Then dropped it to 1900 and held for 30 minutes. So this is 5, 6, and 7. I was shooting for a 5, but I don't have any 4s. So,
well, your 4 would have just a bit of puddle.
so
on the
I mean,
bottom,
it's.
so.
I still think that's a pretty hot 6.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, okay. This one I'm excited. Oh, and you can see her name. Okay, I have a little granddaughter having a birthday this month. Shh, don't tell her.
Oh, tell her she's having a birthday?
Yeah. And so I put her name on the bottom. Jaxley.
Showed nice.
So
Showed
Jaxley's bowl is out on the outside, alabaster, 1 coat. And I am loving how the alabaster is coming out so nice and smooth and satiny. That's pretty. And then, so on the outside, alabaster 1 coat, kimchi on the rim and about 1 inch down. Oh, I apologize. That's 2 coats of alabaster. And then kimchi up on the rim and then down to there. And then on the inside, 1 coat of Flux Blossom. That's Amico Flux Blossom. And then 1 coat of kimchi over top of that. That's
Cool.
pretty. That's a very pretty pastel peachy pink.
She's going to love that.
And you can see her name. I didn't want to do it too heavy because I wanted her name to show. No pinhole. I'm just loving the no pinholes. I'm loving that. That's so fun. This is your mug.
Mine?
I made a mug for Dee
Yay.
because I wanted him to have a manly mug. Uh-oh. Oh,
Oof.
I was going to say you might get a cookie with your mug, but nope.
I love cookies.
I struggled
Nice.
on the colors of this one. There's no pinholes. It looks very good on the inside.
I'm going to go make a cup of coffee right now.
Let's see what colors this is because I don't remember. I know I struggled because I just used what I had and I don't have very many glazes. So that's why I'm kind of putting weird combinations together. So Dee's mug is downpour. So Amico downpour because I know that it's a very stable glaze and I did not want anything that wasn't stable. 3 coats of Amico downpour inside and outside. Then on the outside, Norse blue about 3/4 of the way down and on the rim, and I did 2 coats of that. And then on the inside, Flux Blossom over the downpour. So 1 coat of Flux Blossom over the downpour on the inside.
And let's see the bottom of that.
What do you think?
Love it.
Do you hate it?
Love it.
Is it okay? It's
Yeah.
just your first one. You'll have many more, I promise.
Okay.
I promise. But
I love it. It's cute.
it's kind of a 3-finger mug.
And it looks very manly with its blueness.
Does it look manly?
Yeah.
Well, it's small. It's not a big giant. I don't know how much it holds, but anyways.
We'll find out.
Don't worry, you'll have lots more mugs.
Okay.
I promise. Okay, here's another of with the Norse blue and the root beer. What is happening? I know that's Norse blue and root beer, and that's all it is. 2 coats of Norse blue inside and out. 2 coats of root beer inside and out. I saw a thing on Instagram, somebody that does a lot of combinations, and they did the Norse blue and root beer, and it doesn't look anything like this. It looks completely different. So I don't know if that's a temperature thing or just a Cindy thing. But anyway, I mean, it's not horrible. And, you know, now we kind of have a set.
Right.
So, but again, no pinholes. Ah, that's so exciting. That's so exciting. Okay, here's a little bowl. I love the little bowls. I'm such a fan of little tiny bowls. Isn't that weird? That's weird. Go ahead, you can say it. Number 10. Again, sorry. Downpour, 3 coats inside and out. And then birch on the rim and down to about here. So that's birch. Again, look, birch is giving me that mustardy color. And I even had people in the last video on comments saying that can't be birch. Birch doesn't do that, but
there it is.
There it is. And then on the inside, downpour and 1 coat of birch. Again with that color, but then this time I did put seaweed right on the very top of the rim, and I let seaweed run down in there. It's just more satin. I don't know what's causing the satin. It's glossy
pretty
on the outside, but satin on the inside. Interesting. Don't know. I promise. I know everybody's saying, Cindy, you should do test tiles. I'm gonna do test tiles, okay? I am. I just haven't done them yet. Oh, okay. Look at this. Oh, this one's stamped. Very pastel. That's kind of pretty. Flux Blossom, 2 coats on the inside. Sand and Sea, 2 coats with Flux Blossom on the rim and about 3/4 of the way down. So that's pretty.
That's very pretty.
Sand and Sea with some Flux Blossom. There you go. That's pretty. I love the Flux Blossom on the inside. That's really pretty. Okay, 3rd shelf, bottom shelf. Get the cone pack out. This is the one with the hot bottom. So 5, 6, and 7. See, 7 even moved a little bit. Doesn't that seem like a 6 to you? I don't know. But I guess I don't care as long as everything's turning out, right? Although I don't know how much the difference in temperature changes what the glaze does. Okay, I'm going right for this one because I think this is a Norse blue and a root beer. This has to be a Norse blue and a root beer again. Yeah. Do you ever start making a mug and then you don't get back to it in time to put a handle on it? Hence a large tumbler, which is pretty big. So maybe it's a vase. I don't know. But yeah, 2 coats of Norse blue and 2 coats of root beer. Why is it separating like that? That's bizarre. Because I've done the Norse blue and the root beer before and it didn't separate. So is it just did something happen to my glaze? I don't know. That's weird. But it's pretty. And again, no pinholes, no blisters, no bubbles. So it's kind of cool. So, you know, we have a matched set. That's crazy. I don't understand that. But okay. All right. I'm excited about this mug. Oh, same thing. This is Norse blue and root beer. Every single one. Okay, so yeah. It's kind of cool though.
It's got layers.
And it has a handle on it, so that's good. Yeah, 2 coats of Norse blue, 2 coats of root beer. Why? Does anybody know? Please let me know. If you've used Norse blue and root beer, does it do this? Or does it go solid? I don't know. That's so crazy. I mean, it's kind of cool though. Do you like that?
It's cool.
Huh.
Very cool.
Very interesting. I mean,
And you got a couple of,
it's
you know,
definitely
they
I've made
match.
I've made a
So
collection, and I didn't even mean to. Okay. It's
that's
this
pretty.
number 21. Number 21 is downpour, 3 coats on the outside, seaweed on the rim, 1 coat, and then little I put little dots of seaweed because why not? I don't know that I love that. I should have left the dots off. But then on the inside, it's downpour 1 coat and then birch 1 coat. See, my birch goes mustard. I promise this is birch. It's Mako birch. I promise. And I promise I'm stirring it really good. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. That's very interesting. Somebody's gonna know. People are gonna help me. They're gonna help me and tell me what's happening. All right. I knew that this was just kind of a crapshoot. So again with the downpour, I know that that's downpour. And then I think it's Fairy Rose, yes. Downpour 3 coats on the outside, 1 coat on the inside. But I poured it. I just poured it in there, and then I poured it back out. So 1 coat, but it covered really, really nice. So then on the outside, what number did I say this is? I should lose my train of thought really fast. So it's Fairy Rose halfway down and on the rim, 2 coats. And then a little bit of Flux Blossom just where the Fairy Rose and the downpour met. Just one little coat of Flux Blossom. And then and a little bit of Flux Blossom up on the rim. And so that's why it ran down inside like that. That's the Flux Blossom. Again, not a favorite, but you know.
But it didn't stick to the cookies, and
it didn't.
You know,
but it didn't.
It didn't go oblong.
Yeah, it didn't. The clay didn't melt, and it's not all stuck to my shelves. So happy about that. So that's a win. Uh-oh. Ooh, we got a drip. We got a dripper, and I don't have kiln wash on these, so I don't know if that's going to come off. What is that? Yeah, I'll have to work on that, getting that off. But it's just 1 drip, so I think I can knock that off, and then I can save that. And I know I didn't kiln wash my cookies. I'm going to make more of them. The thing is, I want to make these out of cone 10 clay so that they'll last longer. And I didn't have any cone 10 clay, so I just used what I had. So, and I only had a tiny bit of kiln wash. So anyways, so what is this? Well, oh, it's got a number on it. Number 23. Number 23 is 2 coats of Fairy Rose and 2 coats of Lavender Mist with Flux Blossom only up on the rim. Just 1 coat of Flux Blossom. And I did that because in my last, in the kiln disaster video, I had 2 little cocktail tumblers out of this same combination. I loved them, but I feel like this looks a little bit different. It's not as glossy, maybe. Why would that be? I don't know. Anyway, but no pinholes on the inside. Everything looks really, really good. You know, so interesting. I'll have to work on getting that off of there. Okay, here's another little tiny. Well, that's a little
cool.
Hideous.
Yes.
Well, I don't like the way that, and you know what that is? I did not wipe that off. It got on the waxed area, and I forgot to clean that off. Cindy, gosh, Cindy. So downpour once again, obviously, and I'll bet you money there's birch in there because mustard. What the heck? Why does it do that? So weird. Man, my hands are cold. Small tumbler. Yeah, downpour times 3. Oh, tiger's eye. Tiger's eye on the rim 1 time. Downpour times 1, and birch. I don't know what to tell you guys. My birch is mustard. That's just weird to me. So, but that's a nice size little tumbler. I like that. I like that size. And, you know, I mean, I guess the one nice thing about having only having a few glazes is, you know, your things come out more similar. All right, last one. Oh man, got a big old drip under the handle because I wasn't careful enough and I got too much glaze on the handle.
It's a little heart there.
But I waxed that heart. I stamped a heart on it and then I waxed it because the last time I put a heart on one, the glaze just covered it up and you couldn't even see it. So I waxed it. That worked out really well. That's really pretty.
Yes.
That's pretty. I like that. Does it have, okay, this is the one. So it's fairy rose. I even put fairy rose in the middle of in the center of the foot. And I did that just because I didn't have it stamped. So this is 2 coats of fairy rose on the outside, then 2 coats of ginger, then root beer on the rim and the top half of the handle, 2 coats. So so the root beer is what did all this. So that's kind of fun. That's really pretty. And then on the inside, crap, I got birch again. Mustard. Doggone
It's going to have stuff in it anyway.
Fairy rose, 1 coat, birch, 1 coat, and root beer on the rim, and 3/4 inches down, 3/4 of an inch down on the inside, I put root beer. So got lots of little runs. So there you go. But that's pretty.
It is.
I mean, I like that one. I'm sure I'm hoping I can knock that off and then I can grind that. But that turned out kind of cool. Oh, I'll have to show you the picture. I'll put the picture here on the screen of this one when it was glazed. Because, you know how glaze is. It's amazing that what it looks like before is so different from what it turns out to be. That's a tiny little handle. That's like a 2-finger mug. The handle is not big enough for the mug. We're learning. So, okay, that's it for this kiln unload. I'm just happy that everything turned out. Yay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.